Hi, this is Dominic from Paphos Life, and in today's film we're having a leisurely drive through Koili before taking one of the scenic routes down into Tala. So let's have the map up first of all. And we're starting at the top of the hill, driving through the village which has just had its roads all done up nicely, then heading down the main road in the area anyway to Kamares, then into Tala, and then we're going to be coming back up to Tala Monastery past the Tala Monastery Cat Sanctuary. I think it's always good to show Tala cats whenever we can because they do such a good job. Having 5 of the kitties ourselves, we know what a handful they can be. Anyway, so we're coming into Koili. We've taken the left. If you're coming up from Paphos to Polis on the B7, you turn left at the top of the first hill. If you turn right, you end up in Sada. I actually pulled up a Wikipedia entry for Koili, so I can regale you of some facts about the place while we're waiting for some more interesting things to appear. Oh, one thing I will mention though, the blossoms started fairly early this year because of the mild winter. Anyway, Koili has an altitude of 593 metres above sea level. It receives 620 millimetres of rainfall annually, though not this year, I think. Built at an altitude of 580 metres in a landscape divided by the Mavrokympus River, Koili is a relatively large settlement built with stone from the quarry of the area but is not currently in operation. Here, apart from well-groomed old and modern houses, locals cultivate vineyards with grapes of the winemaking varieties, grains, citrus fruits, vegetables, almonds and carob trees, which are thriving. Right, we're turning right here into the centre of Koili itself. It has a population of approximately 460, with about 25 non-Cypriot families living there. It is situated 9 kilometres from Paphos and 33 kilometres from Polis. With its hilltop vantage point, there are views of Paphos and the surrounding hills. As it is a small village, there is no restaurant, one small market, no kiosks, and only one coffee shop. There is now an agricultural educational centre, often used for local events or festivals. The nearest police station and hospital are both in Paphos. The majority of the local houses and churches in Koili are made with local stone. The old church of Ayas Mamas in Koili was ruined by a massive earthquake in 1955 and is now covered by a trimifia tree. They've now built a new one on its place, which we will be going past very soon. It's coming up to that. Very winding roads. It'll be here on the left. Oh no, wait, I was early. Gonna go right here first. Right, it's there the domes of the church. That replaced the older one which had stood in the same spot since the 15th, 16th century. And we're turning left here. It's important you take this left here, otherwise you'll have to do a much sharper turning further on. And if you'd carried on down there though, you'd have ended up at Martyri Gorge, which is a lovely spot. But you're better off parking up the top around here somewhere and walking down, to be honest, unless you've got a decent 4x4. It's a lovely walk as well. And as well as the gorge, there's a nice old bridge. And if you're really ambitious, you can go and track down a couple of water mills as well. Anyway, we're coming out of Koili now. I think I've covered everything in the Wikipedia article. Yes, there's not a lot in the way of shops here. However, what they didn't mention was that if you go back to the B7, there's a very good greengrocers just opposite, or stroke supermarket, which sells pretty much everything you could want anyway. I wasn't sure whether I was turning that way or not, but I changed my mind. If you're wondering why there's a bit of a pause there. In fact, I'll take the right turn here just by the graveyard. If I'd taken the first turning, I would have got to the same place in the end, but I'd had more of a drive around Kamares. But I've done that in the last couple of films, so I wanted to do this one instead. I'm a bit puzzled as to where Kamares starts and ends, and where Tala is, because I think Kamares may be a bit of a commercial construct, so to speak, i.e. it's part of Tala, and then the developers just call it Kamares Village. I could be wrong though, so please do enlighten me. But we'll hit Kamares first anyway. You've got the lovely greens, and there's a bright but cloudy day, so it's perfect for filming really, because you get a bit of interest in the sky as well as the ground. When it's just all blue sky, it can get a bit monotonous. Anyway, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to see more of our films, and click the little notification bell if you can find it, and do all that sort of palaver. And if you want to help us out financially, go to our Buy Me a Coffee page at buymeacoffee.com/Paphos Life. All coffees are gratefully received, I can assure you. And if you want to get something back in return though, and who doesn't, then visit our Etsy shop at etsy.com/shop/Paphos Life. There you can buy memorabilia from Paphos using photographs that we've taken, such as mugs, phone covers, just pictures in frames, all sorts of things. So have a look at that as well. And follow us on Facebook. Our Paphos Life Facebook page now has 77,000 followers. So come and join the fun. And say hello to us on Paphos Chat, our Facebook group, or Cyprus Chat, which is another one we started fairly recently. We're on Instagram as well. I do even have a TikTok account. I just can't get my head around that, and I don't use it really. I'm too old for that, I decided. And I'm happy with being too old for it as well. I think I'm on Twitter as well, but I haven't used that for a few years. Or X. Right, so we're coming into Kamares Village now. Let's pick up the reins again, and we're going to go left here. I could have gone right, and that'd be a bit more of a loop, but I didn't. That's all I've got to say on the subject. That sounds a lot more mysterious than it actually is, to be honest. I'm never sure when I'm driving these roads whether one of them's going to be a dead end or not. And that can sort of knacker a film at times. It's a very pretty little village though up here, you're having a look around. You have to like hills though, because it's built on the side of them. Must make mowing your lawn a bit tricky. Most of these probably don't have lawns, probably just gravel or something. In Palermo we've got a lawn, and it is a bit of a pig to maintain, I have to say. I've learned that if it turns into clover and you just mow the clover from a distance, it looks pretty much the same anyway. It's my top gardening tip. Now, if you turn right, you might think you'd get to Tala Monastery, but you don't. So if you turn left, you might think that. So we're turning right. That was confusing, wasn't it? If I was professional, I'd go back and edit that, but I'm on a roll, so I just had to leave it in. Yeah, the left turn, I tried getting to Tala Monastery that way, but you run out of road though, so that might have changed in the interim, I don't know. And we're still in, I believe, the Kamares part of Tala. Someone walking their dog. I think that's someone walking their dog anyway, either that or it's just coincidental pooch. Not sure what that being was, but. So we're turning left now. And left again. Now if we'd taken the other route down from Koili, this is where we'd have joined up with them. It's a bit more overcast now. And just on the left there leads up to more villas. but we're headed into the centre of Tala now. Now normally I drive through the centre and around the little square and then down to the SAS building, but this time I'm going to turn left, a sharp left at the top. But don't worry, in the next film it will start where we finish this one and go all the way down to Dimmer Beach, I seem to remember actually, because someone was asking the best place to see the Demetrius 2 wreck, and that's Dimmer Beach, so I thought I might as well do a film showing you how to get to it from Tala Monastery. You'll obviously have to adapt that for your own starting point. So we're taking a sharp left now. We're poo-pooing the centre of Tala and following the signs to Tala Monastery. In a previous film, I've driven down from that hill you can see at the top there. It was a 360 one I published actually. I do have a regular footage version of that film, which I did on a different day. If anyone's interested, I will publish that, but I'll wait for comments because to be quite honest, the 360 one was more useful, but the regular one will be a better 4K quality. I say it's more useful because you can see Tala Monastery if you look to the right, and you can only do that on the 360 one. But that's a different film, so I'll come back to this one. We need to look out on the left soon because we will be going past Tala Monastery Cat Sanctuary. Can't emphasise how much good work the various cat sanctuaries and dog sanctuaries, obviously dotted around the place, do. They're just adverts, ignore them. Tala Cat, there you go, on the left. One day I'll just turn up with my camera and do a proper film in there as well. Keep promising to do that, but I need to get something organised really. Right, now we're coming into the approach of Tala Monastery. I think that place on the right, is that the Maker's Space, or have you already gone past that? I think I've gone past it already actually. Around there is a place called Maker's Space, which do a lot of artisan artwork there. I might have been a bit too late for that though. And here we come to the car park at Tala Monastery. They had a Christmas party there a couple of years ago. Not Christmas party, Christmas fair. Don't know if it's an annual event. It obviously rained here fairly recently, looking at all the water on the ground. Few visitors, but in summertime and touristy times it's a lot more busy. It's nice and quiet when we visit today. Anyway, that's about it for this film. I hope you enjoyed that scenic drive from Koili to Tala, and we look forward to seeing you in the next film. Take care. Cheers.